And we're back with another episode of the Pals Podcast. I am your co-host, Danny Galarno.
And I'm your other co-host, Ricky Liordi. Danny, who do we have on today?
We had Kelsi Mayne on the podcast, Canadian country music singer.
Yeah, she's been an entertainer for a long time, as we found out today. And she started her music career over a decade ago, actually.
Yeah.
So she's been making it around. She's, performed at Boots and Hearts, the Caesar's Palace in Windsor, a bunch of other spots. And we actually had a really good conversation, not only just about her career, but how she started, some of the highs, some of the lows, and just a really fun conversation about her career. And it was honestly like, it's again, what we love about this podcast, meeting people that have such a great story and that are doing such cool shit.
For sure. And I think it was a lot of unexpected conversation too, which was a lot of fun. That's kind of why we do it. We haven't recorded in a month either. Yeah.
So it's always fun to get back in the studio, and we've got, a whole bunch of pods coming up in the next month or so. So we're back on track. It's a shame we're not going to hit 350 this year.
It's okay. We can figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You know what's fun? I actually just saw a podcast clip. I can't remember who it was, but they're like, I have these guests on the podcast and I forget they're singers. And they actually, they're talented. And that's why you have them on. But she bursts out into song at one point. And it literally, I was about to stop and be like, that exact moment. It's like you forget. You listen to them. You listen to their music. Or you heard about them. And this and that. And they're performing all these big shows. But then when you're sitting here just in a room, you kind of switch off for a second.
Yeah, especially because we always chat a little bit pre-show. And we were chatting about the marathon and her running.
Anything else but music. And then she's sitting there and gorgeous voice and belted out in a little bit. It's like you forget about that and just how talented.
Yeah. Really cool episode. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, share with your friends. Give us a like, a follow, subscribe, all those fun things. And Danny, what do we say?
Let's fucking go.
Do you run a lot or do any of these activities?
I ran track in university.
I think I actually saw that in my notes.
Yeah.
And you were a nurse too beforehand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so take us back to the whole. Yeah, take us back to the whole story. How does a nurse who runs track and field end up in country music?
Well, I worked at a Coyote Ugly bar.
Oh my God, where?
It was in my hometown, Windsor, Ontario. And they had just opened and they were looking for bevertainers. And I was already working in the bars before that. But this was my girlfriend texted me and she was like, since she knew that I loved country music. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll audition. Let's see. But they were looking for dancers originally. And I don't have any classic training. I used to Highland dance growing up, but not what they were looking for. So I can move, but I can't anyways. So I did my audition and they were like, all right, that's okay. We'll talk to you later. And then as I was leaving, I was just like, you know what? I don't know if you're looking for this, but I can sing too. And then they're like, well, do you know the song Redneck Woman? And I said, well, I ain't never been the bar. And I just went into it. And then they were like, their poker faces were terrible. And they were like, we'll get back to you next week. And I was like, okay, I knew I got the job. So they made me their house singer for 3 years. And I did that to pay for my education through nursing. And I kind of did it to get the performing thing out of my system too, and move on and do the regular stable smart thing to do in life. But I was graduating and trying to decide what I wanted to do, and I had strangers keep on coming up to me that were like, you should consider this as your career. And I was like, okay. And then the more people came up to me to tell me that, I was like, okay, maybe they're right. Maybe I should. And then I thought, my biggest deciding factor was, will I regret not trying? And the answer, of course, was yes. So moved to Toronto, and 10 years later, still doing it.
That's a great story.
Thanks.
But Obsessed with that.
I'm still
story.
stuck in the Bever Tainer.
We would-
It's like, is that in your like LinkedIn when you put that in like Bever Tainer?
It could still be there. I think it was there at some point, but it was kind of risky because there were a couple times where the bars are very slippery and like you're up there and anything could happen. But luckily,
I am
didn't.
just picturing like Coyote Ugly the movie. Like, is it like
Yeah.
that in real life?
I mean, there wasn't like a wet T-shirt thing going on.
Have you seen
but
that?
Of course I've seen
I don't
Coyote
know.
Ugly. Come on.
So many people haven't seen so many movies.
Really?
Every time I talk to someone, I'm like, "Have you seen this movie?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "What's wrong with me?"
Actually,
Because you're
I'm,
saying some like Netflix like third series shitty rom-com
No.
half the time probably.
No.
I'm guilty. I actually have never seen the whole thing.
What? See, Kay, I'm not wrong.
Danielle, I'll give
Like
you
we're
that.
sitting right here talking to someone who worked at a Coyote Ugly bar,
Yeah.
a Bever Tainer, and she's never seen that movie.
1 point for you, Danielle.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So you're right.
Okay, I want to ask you this. Obviously, you've performed when it's been slammed at this Coyote Ugly bar, and then I'm sure you've performed some days where it was dead.
Mm-hmm.
What's harder to do?
Oh, for me, it's like the smaller the audience, the more like intimate it is. Yeah, it's awkward as.
Yeah, because
Shit.
so my cousin's a musician down in San Diego, and like he's toured all over the U.S. And there's times where like I've seen the videos online where there's like 8 people, and like as a performer, when you're trying to like go through the motions and hype people up, but there's not many people to hype up.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be hard, right? When you got like let's say hundreds of people or thousands or whatever it is, you can go through the motions and you're having fun and it's like it's a vibe, it's hype. But those like the more intimate shows can be tough, especially like
Yeah.
depending on the type of music you're playing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And then I think the most awkward thing that I've had to play so far. So I was in Sirius XM Top of the Country contest, and so I was one of 3 finalists in the country. And one of the things that they put us through, they had us perform in a room full of industry people. And so it's like just a room full of people just like this, just watching.
Yeah,
And
straight
just,
face.
like,
Blank face.
yeah, and just analyzing everything that you do. And for me, it's like anyone who's seen me perform, like I just have fun with the audience. I like will pick random people out, sometimes bring them up on stage, like anything goes. But like a show like that was just, it was too, yeah, it was
Yeah, that's gotta
a little,
be tough.
it was very awkward. But
And you know they're sitting there just picking you apart.
yeah, and like they've seen it all too. Like they've seen all of the greats, and then they're like watching you now, and you're just kind of starting out. And so I mean, I know that they knew that too, but yeah.
But it's gotta be nice because you probably performed like a few hundred times before your first actual performance, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
think about like most musicians as they go through like the, you know, you create some music, you perform it to your best friends at like a small show, and then you go on your first little tour or whatever. But like you got to perform in front of strangers on like a weekly basis.
Yeah, I never even thought of it that way, but
It's gotta be that nice.
I think that helped for sure.
Were you more nervous when you're playing like again those first few shows, or when you started actually touring?
I think when you start to play your own songs for people, because everyone knows the covers, so
Yeah.
that's what I would do at the bar as a Bever Tainer. But it wasn't until after I left there, and then I started picking up the guitar and then writing my own songs. So I was like 21 when I learned, and then started playing my own stuff and like seeing if the audience liked that. I feel like that's a whole other ball game.
Yeah.
It's kind of nerve-wracking to do that.
But it's exciting. It's like it's so fun. We always joke I have zero musical talent. Like literally, I'm musically challenged. But I always wish I did, because even if people didn't like my songs, I would still be like on stage just rocking them. Like in my past life, I was I was like Elvis or something.
Yeah, it
In
sounds
my
like
past life.
sounds like you're a rock star. Just-
In my shower, I 100% am a rock star. Not in real life. What do you think you learned the most about kind of those small? I guess we call that like the pre-career career.
You know, it's like everything is a stepping stone to the next thing. And what I've learned, and even when I'm songwriting and I'm getting into a room of number 1 hit songwriters, and you know, you remind yourself that they've been in my shoes before, and also that I've done this like 100 times, million times, whatever it is before. And so whenever I'm in like a scenario that it might be a little bit more stressful, like playing Boots and Hearts or the Stampede or something like that. It's like, no, like I've done this before. Like, yeah, it's just a new audience, new stage, but I've done this a million times.
Yeah.
Do you have a pre-show ritual?
Shots and squats.
Really?
Yeah.
Shots and squats.
Yeah, it's so I've always been an athlete, and I was a sprinter actually in university. So I've always done a lot of squats, and then shots just go kind of hand in hand. So
Oh, I love that.
I love that.
What's
too.
your shot of choice?
you know, it changes. Now it's tequila. For a long time it was honey jack, but it's just too sweet now. So yeah, I don't know. I like to just whatever the band will do with me is the main thing, because they have to be there with
Do
me.
they do the squats too?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not judging. Yeah, I'm totally judging their form, but they'll do them. They'll do them. I'll not the best, but they'll do them.
Yeah. What would your pre-shot or your pre-show shot be?
Yeah.
Pre-show shot?
Yeah. What would you guys?
You're
have?
about to get on stage. You're about to perform. You know, you're about to, I don't know, American Idol or something. What's your pre-show shot?
I'd have a glass of red wine.
Really? Before a show?
Yeah.
That'd hype you up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
And if I take a shot, like,
You know, I mean, you don't have to do a shot. You can do, red wine works.
yeah, that's what I would do.
What kind of red?
Like I don't know.
Mind you, you're a
full-bodied-
starving artist. Remember that. So you can't go any
I know.
Go-
Fuck. I'm going tequila shot.
fucking Jose Cuervo bar.
No. Oh, come on. Casamigos at least. Like, we can't go that bad.
In our rider, we have, whenever I ask for tequila, I always have to ask for limes too. So like cut up limes.
Yeah.
And you have to ask for it cut, because sometimes they'll just give you limes and then
No knife.
No knife.
So you're like,
I would do oranges. Tequila with orange
Yeah,
and
you're
cinnamon.
an orange girly.
I
yeah.
love the orange with tequila. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I'd probably be tequila, like Casamigos Repo. I'd
Not
probably
just like
Yes.
3 like double vodka 7s. Like,
No.
you can chug those pretty easy.
No, but it's more fun. You know, like a pre-show shot. I'd want it to like be a thing where it's like you kind of come in, huddle up, and say a cheers or something. I don't know.
mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe crush a couple beers or something. I don't know. Do you have anything crazy on your rider? Anything like wild?
On my rider,
You should just throw something wild in there next show just to see if they cancel it out.
I know. I don't. So I know Andrew Hyatt does. He asks for spam on his rider every
What?
spam.
What's spam?
Spam's like the
Canned ham, like the
Oh.
spam. Yeah, and
Like, actually?
and it's like more of a joke thing, to my understanding. Just to see if they'll do it.
So like
But-
what is he doing with this? Is he taking that spam with him and just collecting it show after show? Like, could you imagine?
I don't know
Maybe on
if
his tour bus he just has
It doesn't
but-
expire.
if he
Like,
does,
it's like,
if he
can-
does,
that'd be
he's set for
hilarious.
life. I think
That
he's
would be so
survival tactic.
Could you imagine you just like take the can of spam, write like the tour, where you are, what city you're in? Like, that's a great
Great little souvenir.
great souvenir.
That's what I'm giving you for Christmas this year.
No, do
a
not.
can of spam.
Do not. Christmas 2025.
Okay, so moving past this Bevertainer thing, what was your aha moment? Like the moment you realized you made it, like you've got something.
Well, when I first moved to Toronto, outside my window, like probably like within a week, a billboard of Miranda Lambert went up on, and she was kind of my inspiration to get into country music and start writing my own stuff in
she's
the
a
first place.
legend.
So there's a billboard of her that went up, and she was playing Boots and Hearts, and that was the first time I had heard of Boots and Hearts. Being from Windsor, it was new to me. So then,
You keep saying Windsor like it's like a small town. Windsor's not that small. Like it's
no,
it's a decent sized town.
250K,
Yeah.
I think. Like it's a decent size, but it's like it's small enough that everyone still knows each other.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Or at least there's like, you know someone, and then people know, like, you're like 1 degree separation. But this billboard was, it went up like right outside, and I was like, how do I get tickets? Like, I couldn't afford a bed at the time. I was sleeping on an inflatable mattress for months, and it would deflate by the morning, so I would like wake up on the ground. But it was really good motivation to get me up early in the morning. and then start my day. But so when I was looking at tickets, I was like, oh, I can't afford this. Like I need to get a bed first. So a few years later, like, well, that day I made a little promise to myself. Like I said I wouldn't go unless I was playing. And then so a few years later I had applied. They had the Emerging Artist Showcase. And after that, I just figured, I was like, okay, well, I'll try to apply. I applied, and then I was just about to buy some tickets, and then they told me that I was selected. So playing that, that was like my goal to, when I first moved here. I was like, okay, if I play that festival, then I feel like I've made it. So I think that was like my first kind of moment where it's like I had other people believing in me. So yeah, and then ever since it's just been like one thing after another, but I owe it all to Boots. They kind of started it all.
I love that. And I feel like Boots does a really good job of highlighting like Canadian local talent.
Oh yeah.
Like we've had, I don't even know how many people we've had on this podcast that have been in similar situations like you, where they were part of the, what's it called? The Emerging Artist stage, right? Mm-hmm. So who's most recent? We've had a couple.
I'm blanking right now.
So am I. Anyways, we'll think when it comes out, just shout it out after. But yeah, like it's honestly awesome, like something like that happens, because especially when you write it down and you're like, this is the goal, this is what I want to do, and like just telling that story, I can see like a twinkle in your eye too. It's like, that's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
So like, congrats to you on that. That's sick.
Thanks. And then like the next step was, I felt like I'm like, okay, well, if Alberta accepts me, then I can call myself a true country artist, so that was like my next milestone. And then we did like a tour. We started out in Fort McMurray, and then we went down and ended up, our last show of that tour, we ended up playing the Big Valley Jamboree, which is like their big Boots and Hearts there. That audience, I just remember like after when we got off the stage, it was like, okay, like we did it, and they didn't boo us, and like they were cheering for us, and it just felt like I was like, okay, now I feel like we're true country artists. And then it wasn't until this past winter when we did like a radio tour out in Alberta, and it was through Alberta and Saskatchewan in February. And that's when I truly feel like I can call myself a Canadian, because it was the cold, minus 43.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You're performing in that.
I was inside on the radio tour,
still.
but
traveling through that,
just going from place to place. Yeah, that was that.
And you've obviously got your outfit that you're showing up to these radio shows in. You're not in like track pants with like 3 legs of laying. Like you're trying to look presentable. So like you're probably freezing.
I mean, to a point. I am a very practical person. Like if you can see her today, like I'm not a really like girly girl to begin with. So I'm not wearing like a little cutesy dress or anything. I'm usually like pretty comfortable, boots and pants. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
I'm the same way. I dress to stay warm, not for fashion.
And I figure, if guys can get away with it, then why can't I?
100%.
So
I agree.
I am not one in the same.
Yeah, Danielle, minus 40. I'm still wearing a skirt.
I was at a concert in Montreal on Friday, and it was absolutely freezing outside. But I literally had these little micro shorts and a jacket.
Fuck it.
And my boots, and I said, you know what? This is all I have. I'm not putting jeans on. We're going outside. And I survived.
And you had a fun night.
A great night.
Good for you. I have never been, even when I would like go out to clubs and stuff, I would see like other girls like, not bring a jacket because heaven forbid you pay $5 for coaching.
Yeah, I've had 8 jackets stolen.
But
I feel like you're talking about Danielle right now. You don't know this. You're secretly talking about her.
And high heels and stuff. I'm like, nope, I'm wearing boots and
I've changed.
a jacket.
I wear boots always now.
But
No,
Hooker
there's
boots.
a part of it.
These are new.
A part of it is my absolute loathing for the cold. Like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
and I'm always cold.
Yeah, I hate being cold.
So I just layers.
See, I'm always warm, and I still hate the cold, and that's why my home is mentally Florida. It's just like never cold.
Oh, my condo is beautifully the perfect temperature, and I'm able to switch the temperature in my bedroom because I like sleeping in the cold. Because I sleep with like 5 different blankets, heated blanket, heat pack, everything.
Yeah, you're weird like that, yeah.
Ooh.
And then I like wearing like full on, like it's the summer outside. I'm like full fleece pajamas, which totally fine. I like that. But then like the rest of it, like you can fully feel the difference. And thank God I have 2 thermostats. I've never been so grateful. Like it's just like first world problem. I am obsessed. I have 2 thermostats in my home and I love it.
Now you travel a lot though.
Yeah.
So how is it being that high maintenance?
I'm not that high maintenance though.
I'm kidding.
She's
totally
actually, yeah,
kidding.
no, she's actually not that.
I'm very accommodating. So that's why my home has to be good for me. Like my sister's staying with me right now, and like we're both very different. So like even though it's my home,
Good.
it's her temperature.
Okay. All right.
'Cause
Wow.
I'm too accommodating.
I
in
love that.
sense.
Danielle's the type of person that, like, if you go out and she's freezing, she'll suck it up just to not say something if you're okay.
Aww.
But like, okay, so we went to Denver for a concert weekend, and we had gone a few years ago, and we kind of didn't expect how cold it was going to be. Whatever, bought a sweater, it was fine. It was also end of October. This year we're going in August. It was so hot outside during the day, so again, I still brought a jacket. Again, I was wearing my same outfit I was wearing actually on Friday, my little shorts and
Interesting
boots.
outfit repeater over here.
Yeah, not high maintenance. And we get there and it was freezing
Yeah, it got really chilly.
because
in
like
there.
you're in like the Red Rocks and like
yeah.
like it's freezing up there. But anyways, enough about
I mean,
me.
speaking about that, what's a venue you would love to play? Like, what's your dream venue?
Oh well, Red Rocks is
Yeah.
definitely like that one, and the Opry are like, yeah.
I feel like we've been getting the Opry a lot lately. Like, Red Rocks is a standard
Have you
answer we've been
been?
getting for years. No,
I really want to go. That is like on my bucket list for concert venues, and I think it's like obviously attainable.
The Opry.
Yeah, like going to see a show there.
I have 2 stories about that. So my first time, so one of my best friends worked on some Happy Madison productions, and so with Adam Sandler and the crew. So she became really good friends with the crew, and then through her, I also became very good friends with the crew as well. So they know that I'm either in usually Nashville, Toronto, or Detroit, like, or Windsor, Detroit.
not Alberta.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
sometimes, but so whenever they're passing through any of those 3 places, they'll let me know. So one of the years, this was like maybe 6 years ago, they messaged me saying that they were coming through Nashville, and so and I was there. So then they threw me some tickets, and there were like backstage passes and everything. So my first time at the Opry, I got to go backstage and hang out with Adam Sandler and David Spade. And then I realized after, I'm like, I guess this isn't a normal experience for everyone to go to.
Adam
That's sick,
Sandler
though.
would be like number 1. Like, I don't even care where I am. I wanna
That's
hang
kind
out
of
with
like
you.
our Red Rocks experience,
Our
right?
first
Like
Red
our
Rocks,
first
yeah.
Red Rock experience. We were going for Rufus the Soul. It's an electronic band. And like, this is before I really did social media at the time. Like, maybe just got going into it. And we just emailed, or Danielle emailed a whole bunch of like our Live Nation contacts and all the people that we've like kind of been connected with in the music space to see if we can get tickets because it was sold out. Well, didn't Live Nation give us media credentials for this?
They sent us like a media link. They're like, apply. And
Yeah.
then someone reached out from the Denver team that we had no connection with, nothing. They're like, hey, just give us a bit more information. So I just sent them like a little blurb. And they're like, okay, yeah, no problem. We have tickets for you waiting. Come pick them up during the day.
Sick.
We show up there, go on a hike, go pick up our tickets. We're there early. We're all pumped. We get the tickets. It's row 3 at Red Rocks.
It's a sold out
And
show.
To a sold out show. Like tickets were like minimum, I think like $500
$500 American,
like,
yeah.
for like GA. So we're just like, and we're sitting there like third row. We're like, what the hell?
fuck
Like,
just
why
happened?
are we here? How are we here? We tried again, didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work. But yeah, we got that one time.
And then, so kind of similar. So my first experience at the Calgary Stampede, I went as a patron because my cousin lived there. This was, I think, before I decided I was going to be a country artist.
This is still the Bevertainment part
Yeah.
of your life.
Yes. And
Post nurse.
this was
No, actually, no.
this
The nurse
was-
and the Bevertainer
this was
part are
during,
probably
This was during
nursing
school. And so my cousin was living like a couple blocks away from the Stampede ground. So he showed us the ropes and took us around all the places and stuff. And so, but we had to wait in like every single line and everything. And like a ordinary patron, like anyone.
Nothing wrong with that either.
No,
There's nothing wrong.
absolutely. Like, I think everyone needs to experience it that way because last year my mom and my sister came out while we were performing, and this was so a little side story. This was supposed to be my bachelorette party, which didn't actually end up happening, but my mom and my sister insisted that they still continued and came out to watch me play. I was playing, but once it became a little tangent, once it became not my bachelorette party, I was just like, hey, I'm wide open now. You can fill me up with more dates. So they did. And
Calgary Stampede's a good spot to meet people. I feel a lot of handsome and
no.
gents there.
Dates to play, to perform.
Oh.
I mean, that would have been great
Okay.
if I like. There could be matchmakers. Who knows? But
Is that where your mind went first?
Well, yeah. Post bachelorette didn't happen. A lot of dates opened
She's
up.
talking about, like, playing on, like,
Yeah.
playing. Like, I
Yeah,
just, like, that did not even cross my mind
Really?
whatsoever.
The plane didn't cross my mind. You're playing the Calgary Stampede.
You're just
It's an easy way to get some dates after. I don't know. If I was fucking playing the Calgary Stampede, man, I'd be lined up with dates after. I'm not talking about shows either. You kidding?
I did get a few DMs.
See,
but
there you
anyways,
go. Okay, there we go.
No, but my mom and my sister came and I gave them some extra artist passes, and they were just zipping through. We didn't have to wait in any lines. I was like, this is not how it is, just so you know.
Yeah, you got spoiled.
Yeah.
I want you to remember
You're
this next
welcome.
time. You're in a 5-minute line to take a piss and a 20-minute line to grab a beer.
Once you get some sort of VIP treatment at some sort of like festival or show or anything, it's really hard to go back.
It is.
But sometimes you have to.
See, I don't like. For me, I used to work
It
in
depends
nightclubs
where.
in my past life. I still have no problem waiting in lines to get into nightclubs or bars and stuff. My friends are like, Ricky, call that person. I'm like, and I always look at it like favors, right? So when I was in the space and I'm working in nightclubs, you give favors, you collect favors, and it's a back and forth exchange. Well, now I don't work in the space anymore. I'm not in the industry. So now, okay, I do the social media thing, so I can collect favors there. But now it's like every time I call one of these connections, I know I'm using up a lifeline. Like I'm like, it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I only got 3 lifelines. So do I really want to waste it on this moment right now when it's like a random Friday in the middle of summer, not a special occasion? No, I want to waste it when like it's Caravana and Drake's inside, or like, I don't know, maybe Justin Bieber's doing an after party show at this random little club, and that's when I want to use my favor.
And you're
You
gonna
know,
owe
now
some pretty big
I still have no
favors.
problem. I wait in line, no problem. Like even when I go to events, like I can get so many things for free because of TikTok now. Like I can get free dinners, free drinks, free. A lot of times I'm like, it's not worth it. I'd rather just pay and go normally. Like I feel like it's nice.
Do you believe him when he says he's not giving any favors? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I do. I get a lot of things for free. I can't complain. Life's good to me.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
No, I get both sides. It's just like nice sometimes when you get that treatment. But I think it's certain types of places, like at a festival. Let's just say, like if you're going Boots and Hearts, like I'm 30 years old now. I don't think I could stay in a tent and do
That's
that
fair.
Boots and Hearts experience I did when I was in first year university, when I was sitting in a tent with 20 other people, and it was
Yeah.
disgusting. Now I would need to pay for that VIP ticket or get myself a trailer. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
high maintenance. That's just
No, I agree. I agree with you. on
I'm
that.
getting older.
I feel bad that I
So
said
you
that.
can't sleep.
No.
I only say things like that when I already like the person.
no.
But yeah, I get what you mean. You can't sleep on like a deflated mattress anymore.
No, that I can. I did that last year for 2 months.
On an air mattress, deflated.
So actually, when you said that, so I just I bought a condo last year and I ordered my mattress to arrive the day I moved in.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, didn't work. They email me. They're like, hey, there's a week delay. No problem. Book it. I'm even like, call my boss. I'm like, I'm working at home. My mattress is coming. No problem. Didn't come. 2 weeks later. Hey, it's coming today. Didn't come. I waited 2.5 months. Then my mattress came, but not my bed frame. And then the bed frame came broken. And then 2 months after that, then my bed frame came.
That's brutal.
Yeah, so I slept on a couch for a bit, then an air mattress for like.
Your couch is comfy though.
Yeah.
But not to sleep on it.
For one night's fine, but not for multiple.
When you're traveling, playing shows, are you guys like in an RV? Are you like slumming it out in Motel 7s? Are you like decent? Like, are you like the Holiday Inn kind of?
It's a little bit of mix of everything. I'm lucky to also have a lot of friends in a lot of places too. So I've
the network helps.
Yeah, so they've been able to either help like lend us their living room and we'll just like set up a bunch of blow up mattresses and stuff like that, or sometimes depending on the gig, I'll spoil the band and
spoil the crew,
and we'll get like a decent hotel,
like a DoubleTree. Hilton DoubleTree is like a spoiling.
Yeah, like Marriott.
Yeah, one of those. Okay, I got you. What's been your favorite show you've played to date? And why?
Oh man.
And you can't say we love them all. They're each special in their own way. No, can't. That answer doesn't work today.
Okay, I think the most difficult show, the show that I feel like I really got to test out what kind of person and artist I was I opened for Russell Dickerson at Caesars Windsor Casino, and it's the Coliseum, which is a big, beautiful theater. And it was 3 weeks after I left my fiance and called off the wedding. And then that following week after I did that, my best friend's brother passed away. The week after that, my grandmother passed away. And then the next day I had to play that show. So that was probably like the moment that I feel like defined me and like tested me as like what kind of person I am, what kind of artist I was. Like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. But it ended up being, I think, probably one of my best shows to date.
Take us through the emotions you were feeling like pre-show. Like, I'm assuming that didn't feel like just an ordinary show, like before you're getting up there. Like, how do you like manage the crew? How do you like mentally prepare yourself for something like that?
Well, the crew there is phenomenal. So like we were in such good hands. So that was already taken care of. Like I didn't have anything to worry about that. But I hired someone. Usually I'll do like my own hair and makeup. Like I'm not really that particular.
I love how you looked at Danielle for that.
No.
Just saying.
About hair and makeup.
Didn't look at me for that. I know.
Well, do you do your hair and makeup?
I do my own hair. Technically, I do my own makeup too. If I don't do any makeup, I'm doing no makeup. Me. So yeah.
But so I hired I hired someone to do both. Two different people. But and my hairstylist, she's great. Her name is Bianca C. She has a studio in Windsor called The Hive. It's awesome. Go there if you can.
It's a great plug.
Do that. And then, but my makeup artist that I was talking to, this was like, I was talking to her like that week leading up to it. And I filled her in on the situation that I was dealing with. Like my grandmother was in hospice and it was like, I didn't know what was the timing of anything. But I was like, I just need someone to just kind of make my life a little easier and give me one less thing to worry about. So she was more high maintenance than I was. And so she was like, how long will I have? And I was like, maybe 45 minutes. And she was like, I need 90. And I was like, I can't even sit in a chair that long. Like you're not going to get 90. And she's like, I need 90. So I was like, okay, fine. Maybe I can make that work and like somehow fit it in. And then like the night before, so we were talking about all the things. And the night before, she sent me this like 5-page contract. And I'm like, we had already agreed on it. I didn't think that there was anything else to this. Like, you have my messages, you have my contact. Like, and then, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, my grandmother just passed away. I don't have time to read 5 pages just before the night of this show. I'm going to just do it myself. Thank you so much for your time. And so I had to just like, I was like, you know, I felt like in that moment, I'm like, I'm going to look out for me right now.
Right.
and, you know, make sure that, you know, I have the least worries, because I'm also a people pleaser too. Like, if anyone's around me, I always want to make sure that they're taken care of. And especially someone new to my team coming in, I want to make sure that they're welcomed. And I was like, you know what? I feel like this is going to be too much work for me to
stress you out even more.
to bring her in. So, but yeah, so that was that instance. But everyone else in that whole crew was phenomenal, and they took such good care of us. And so it just made me just focus on what I needed to do. Another thing, like, I just tried not to think about my situation and just think about like the show at hand. You know, just kind of zero in on that. But being in that venue was kind of tough, because that was of course, it's a casino. My Nona loved to go to, like, all grandparents love to go to casinos. So that was like one of her favorite spots. So also being there was a little tricky. But
how does it work with like managing the band on something like that too? Because like obviously, like, I'm assuming you're fairly close with these people. Like, they know what's going on in your personal life too. It's like, do you tell them everything? Do you not tell them everything? Like, you don't want them going in thinking this is just a normal show, because you're obviously, like, you know, in your head, you're the lead and you've got all these things going. Like, how does it work?
Well, luckily, like, my bandmates are like they're my best friends. Yeah. So they know everything. And actually my drummer, so it was a trio. We were just doing an acoustic set. So it was my drummer, like, who played cajon, and then my guitarist, and then they all sang with me. But my drummer, actually, his dog had also like passed away. I think it was also the day before or 2 days before or something like that. So it was kind of, it was hard for both of us. But he brought his the dog tag, the dog chain, and the little name tag on stage with him. And
it's almost like you could, like, you guys all were going through a lot, but like, there's 2 ways: either shut off completely and just really focus, or it's like kind of you use some of that emotion to fuel the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it's nice when you have, like, if you're struggling and nobody else is, like, sometimes it's hard for them to connect, but when you're all struggling together, it's like there's that sense of like community, belonging, family, where it's like, hey, you know what, you're struggling, I'm struggling, let's all work together, help each other out. And like, I forget the saying, but it's like happier tides rise all, or something. One of those fucking generic sayings you see on like some sorority girl's wall or something. I can't remember. Gio, do you know what it is? The tides, the quote about the tides. Like,
I don't know.
It's like a tattoo with like a wave.
Yeah.
On someone's body.
Yeah, it's like one of those like peace, love, happiness, like like wall murals on like a sorority girl's wall. Like rising tides, sails all ships or something. I don't know.
But yeah, no, but it's like when you were talking about going through your marathon and like finding a buddy to run with, and then like after that experience together, you made it through together, and you feel like you're like have this extra bond, you know. 100%. So that's kind of how it felt like.
So you said that was like your hardest like couple weeks leading up to that, but that was your favorite show.
I mean, it's probably the most like monumental show that I've done.
Okay.
Yeah, like defining show. And it was my hometown, so that was also a nice little bonus. But and Russell Dickerson, who's a beauty, he's just like so fun. And so we're watching, so it was me and then Stephen Lee Olsen and then Russell. So I was backstage watching Stephen Lee Olsen because I'm friends with all those guys. And then so Russell Dickerson comes up behind me and starts like chatting with me. And then and I was like, told him, I said, well, you were actually the very first artist that I ever opened for ever. This was at the Coyote Ugly bar. They would host concerts sometimes. And I asked, he was coming through. He was opening for another band called Eden's Edge. So no one knew, like, this was before Russell had any number ones or any success. But he was passing through, and I asked, I was like, can my bosses who own the bar, I was like, can I open for them? Like, and then so that was the first show that I even played my very first original on at that show. And then so when he was passing through Caesars Casino Windsor again, and this time he was headlining in a far larger venue. This is I think the biggest one in Windsor. I was like, I gotta open for him. Like, that would be it's
like
just
a full circle moment.
Yeah, super cool moment. And so we made it happen. I called my connections and asked for some favors too. But and yeah, so and then so he comes up behind me and I tell him that story and he's like, "Oh, that's so cool. How many years ago was that?" And I was like, I don't know, it was like 13 years ago or something like that. And then so he brought that up on stage when he was performing. He's like, "Who was at the Bull and Barrel when I was there?" And some people were cheering, but he was like, he asked me, because I congratulated him on all of his success and his second kid he just had, and his wife now, who when I first met her on that show, they were just dating, and so I was talking about all that, and he was like, "So what's your situation?" And I was like, "Well, let me
Funny
tell you."
asked.
I was with someone for 10 years and then I just left him. So
He's like, "Fuck, I shouldn't ask
yeah,
that question."
I know.
Like, awkward.
He was like,
I'm gonna see myself out.
and I think my camera guy got like our whole conversation on camera, so you could kind of just see him like, "Oh, I bit off more than I could chew right now."
We've talked a lot about like you performing, but like how has everything kind of like you've gone through kind of affected like your writing?
Oh man, I feel like it's weird that now looking back at the whole situation, because I try to like make sense of it all and put some perspective in it, and I feel like for some reason like I was meant to go through all that stuff in order to get me to this part in my career, if that makes any sense.
100%.
But yeah, it was just like, I feel like my writing, even I have like some really fun, happy drinking, partying songs and stuff like that, and even those songs have all gotten better, and I just feel like I'm like so much more confident. I know what I'm talking about. I've lived all of the things. So I feel like I'm like, okay, like I know how to say everything better, I feel like.
Well, it's kind of like, it's like if you're telling someone else's story and if you've never been through it, the other person on the other side who's receiving it can't feel it as much as if you've actually been through something
Absolutely
similar and can relate to it.
Yeah. I feel like they say never to to do this and like talk badly about your other stuff, but I feel like everyone evolves, and everyone has to start from somewhere, and hopefully you get better. Like, you would think that your new stuff is better than your old stuff, so I'm not lying or anything, but I feel like I call my old stuff bubblegum bullshit. And because I was singing
Appreciate
about
the honesty.
I was singing about things that I thought that I knew, but I actually, like, now I know, and now I'm like, no,
when you hear these,
you
like,
had no clue.
Yeah, when you hear these teeny boppers writing about like broken hearts and shit, it's like, yo, you are 3 heartbreaks away from a real one. Trust me, kid. Like, wait till you're fucking 30. Like, then you've seen some shit. Like, you got these like teeny boppers like rapping about like sex, drugs, and
Come on,
whatever.
Olivia Rodrigo, driver's license. She was like 16. That song hit.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
So sometimes it
fair
hits.
enough.
But
okay, yeah, you're right.
That song is like, she's like an old soul.
Yeah.
With that song, like, I feel like she's 30.
Mind you, for every driver's license, there's 100 Justin Bieber babies or something. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah. I know. I'm just
You know what I
saying.
mean?
I'm just saying.
That's fine. I want. You said something earlier that I always find interesting. So you're a big people pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that's shaped your career?
Oh, hugely. Like,
Do you think it's helped you? It helped you or hurt you?
oh, I think it's helped me. I feel like it's like an extra motivation to like. One of my biggest things is like I want to make my hometown proud.
Love that.
And like I like because the people there, they're such good people, and everyone just shits on the town. And
I'm probably one of those people, by the way. I'm so sorry. I've definitely shit on Windsor before.
I mean, there, yeah, like it's simple living, blue collar town. Everyone works mostly in the auto industry and the factories and stuff, and like, but they're hardworking, good, genuine people, and they'll help you out any time that you ask, and those are the kind of people that you want in your corner, and they've always supported me, so I always want to try to like live up to that and give back and kind of make a name for our town. Actually, little known fact, Shania Twain was born in Windsor too, but no one knows that.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I love how you said Shania Twain. Like we
Actually,
didn't know who you were referring to when you said
you
Shania.
know, the Twain one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case.
No,
Just in case.
I think I knew that. She like was raised in a small town.
She moved to Timmins, I think, as a child, but she was born in Windsor.
She's a legend.
Yeah.
See, I always I find it interesting. So Danielle's a big people pleaser, and I'm the opposite. I can give two fucks what anybody wants or thinks, and it goes both ways, because when you're a big people pleaser, you always want to make everybody happy, obviously, and you always put other people's happiness and like their presence ahead of your own, which in a lot of times can be a deterrent, but in a lot of times it can be a positive. It all depends on how you work it and how like what your deeper motivation is, because and again, I'm not a musician by any means, and like a lot of times maybe you're doing something, you're working with the band and you want to make them happy and you stray away from what's true to you. But as long as you're staying true to yourself and like you're doing it for the right reasons, which is to make everybody else proud and make everyone else happy, then if you're staying true to yourself to do those things, then I think obviously it works. But it goes both ways. Like me and Danielle have been in so many fights about not so many, but we've been in arguments where it's like she wants everybody to be happy. I'm like, yo, fuck your wrist. Take care of yourself. Put yourself first, and then fill up other people's cups later, right?
Yeah. I feel like I've learned to balance that more. Like with my band, they all know that they're open to suggestions, but at the end of the day, I'm still the one to call the shots. Like my bassist this year, we were playing this festival in the middle of nowhere. It's called Crooks Rapids Country Fest, and I think they've been doing it for like 16 years. And we were the headliner for the first night. I had never played the show before. He had though, with some other bands, and so he was trying to like give us the lay of the land. Like, these are really country people. They're
Sorry, where is this town?
Very redneck. It's like near Bancroft, Ontario, like kind of towards like Kingston-ish area. And this festival has zero reception. Like that's how country it is. So you go on the grounds and you are phoneless. It's
kind of fucking sick.
It's great. I loved it because then people are actually there, present to enjoy the show.
And the whole town is in that, like, the local grocery store shut down early. Kids were let out of school
shut
early.
Down.
Yeah.
Everyone's there.
Yeah. It's like 5,000 people. They camp out all weekend long. And so he was like,
that's actually a lot. 5,000 people for like a random. Wow. Fun.
But so he was like, you know what? Because we have a hip hop mashup. Because of course, being from Windsor and having like Detroit radio as my stations growing up too, I have a lot of hip hop, R&B and stuff in my taste of music. And so we have our own hip hop mashup that we throw in the set of my favorite songs. And he was like, you know what? I don't know how that's going to go with this crowd. And I'm like, okay, if there's anything that I know about like the country redneck crowd is that they are as wannabe gangsters as anybody else. Like they love hip hop and R&B and stuff. And so I'm like, he's like, I think we should cut it. And I was like, we are not cutting that for sure. And as soon as we played it, it was like we play like Gangster's Paradise and like like Family Affair, Mary J. Blige, and like people lost their shit.
Okay, good. Oh.
And
I was like, oh fuck, this might go off. This might go sideways right here.
And yeah, no, and I'm like, I am never listening to you again. But like it was like, okay, thank you. I appreciate everyone's input, but I know the audience. I know.
That's how it should be, right? It's like, hey, it's either you want something where you're gonna win on the decision you made, and if you're gonna lose, you want to lose on the decision you made.
Die
right?
on your own sword.
If you missed, if you missed, then at least that's a shot that you can say, hey, I took that shot, I missed, that's on me.
Yep.
Right? Imagine missing on someone else's shot. You're like,
Yeah, for sure. But also, like, part of my motivation is like, I want to be able to provide, like, be successful enough to make sure that I'm providing all my band members a career and like they're like sustaining their
loved ones
livelihood, you know, and like that's kind of the people pleaser, but then I'm still calling the shot. So like I'm also it's balancing.
I think it's balancing the two, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you're fully a people pleaser, or else you would have cut the song.
Yeah.
Right. But again, you're like, hey, I want to please, but I also know, hey, my job is to make sure that everybody here gets paid and has a good time and has the livelihood. Like, I'm going to call the shots, and trust me, you're going to get yours, right? So
yeah.
I think it's tough. It's always a juggling act. Like, even so, I own a professional pickleball team, which I get to call the shots, and I'm not that much of a pickleball person, so I listen to what the pros say. I listen to their advice, but sometimes you got to trust your gut. And I made two decisions this year that were widely criticized. And people didn't agree with, and I didn't care. I was just like, look, this is what I truly believe in my fucking gut. This is what I believe. And one of my best friends, George, he asked me, he goes, we were talking, I'm like, look, analytically, like based on the numbers, this is what I think. And he's like, Rick, fuck the numbers. You're not a numbers guy. What do your balls tell you? I'm like, my balls tell me this. He's like, then go with your fucking balls. And I'm like, he's like, your balls have led you into some great places. I'm like, fucking right. Let's do this. We stuck with it. We came up short in the end, but we made it to the finals, which was what our goal was, to get back to that. So we fell a little bit short of the finals. We finished in second place, but at the end, I'm not mad. Like, it would have been nice to win, but I believe I made the right decision that was best for the entire team, not for any one individual, but for all 10 of us total. Right? So it's you get criticized, and if we didn't make it far, everyone would have blamed me and said, oh, those were the wrong calls. You shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. And that's fine. That's responsibility you take as the leader. Mm-hmm. But I was like, fuck it. These are the calls. It's either we're going to win and we're going to win, or if we don't, I'll fucking eat it. I got no problem. I get no problem admitting I was wrong and taking the blame on a decision I made. What I can't do is take the blame and eat it on someone else's decision when it's my decision at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Moral of the story: follow your balls.
Follow your balls. Literally, it's one of my say. He's like, what are your balls saying? My balls saying, then go with your fucking balls.
That reminds me of the Mean Girls scene at the end where she's like, oh, it's a 90% chance that
it's already raining. Yeah. Well, we're nearing the end, but I want to ask, what's we didn't even really get to 2025, but what does like the end of 2025, 2026 look like for you?
Oh man, I feel like right now, like this whole year has been just like one thing after another that's just kind of been compounding the entire time, and it's really cool to see just like the direction of everything, and this last song that we just released called Someone Who Knows is like, it hits really true and home to a lot of people, and I mean, it was probably the most honest thing I've ever written, so I'm glad it ended up that way. But it's just really picking up a lot of steam right now, so it's cool to get that kind of recognition. But then I have like my next songs I'm lining up right now to follow it up, and then I'm hitting the studio next month with Chip Matthews, who's Luke Combs' producer.
Awesome. Legend.
Yeah. So and then I have all these meetings and stuff with, I don't know, labels and whatever. So who knows? But I'm ultimately gonna continue just doing my thing and recording the songs that I feel like are true and represent who I am as an artist, and then hopefully put them all on an album next year. So
Awesome.
yeah.
I wanted to ask this earlier and I forgot. When do you feel that you write your best music?
I was
Were you gonna ask
going
it?
to ask.
When she mentioned the breakup, I wanted to ask that. I'm like, yo,
Oh,
like, did you just
yeah.
fucking bang out a whole bunch of songs after
Say
that?
when and
Oh.
where?
Yeah.
I got
Oh, where? We don't really ask that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Well, because I'm just
Where?
like, when and where? Yeah.
mostly when I feel like when you're just doing like mundane things you're kind of on automatic. So you're driving, you're taking a shower.
That's when
you're-
you write your best songs?
That's where my ideas come from a
Wow.
lot.
Okay.
Because your mind just starts to wander, and then
Was not expecting
Like,
that
do you use
at
like
all.
a notes app, voice notes?
yep, I
Yeah.
use either or. So sometimes it's a melody that comes to my head, and I'll record that. Sometimes it's just a line, like a hook, and then I'll write that down in my notes. Sometimes it's a line with a melody, so I'll record that too. But yeah, it'll just hit you in different spots, or different places. But of course, like I got a shit ton of songs from that breakup. So I mean, so I'll give you a little tidbit. So one of the songs that I'm about to release is called For the Record, and basically it's like, well, at least it was good for the record.
I see what you did there.
So
Do you have like a vault of music?
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, when did we just gotta ask people, bring your vault?
the
Give
vault.
us
That's what I
one song
say.
from your vault. We could literally release a whole album from every artist we've had on the podcast. Just take one song from their vault that they're never gonna touch.
You know, what we could be like. You know, how remember Not Much Music, and was it Much Music? They used to have like Much Music's album, and it was just like a collection of songs.
Yeah.
We should do that, and it's like the Pals something, and we just take a song from every guest that came on that's never getting released, and we release it ourselves. There's definitely bangers in there.
100%.
Like every artist has a banger in their vault that they just have no idea. Yeah.
Like
Like
we
our-
got like one of our friends that came on the podcast. He's what does he do? Like electronic music.
Oh,
You
Sorry,
got
I don't know.
this.
How to
Yeah.
You got this,
Go for a
Danielle. You
second.
got this.
And
He's
we
a
used to-
producer?
He's a producer. And Ricky reached out. We used to use a song by Loud Luxury, and then we kind of wanted to change it for copyright reasons. So Ricky reached out to him, was like, "Hey, do you have anything we can use?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm never gonna release this. Here you go." And I would listen to this song if it was like out.
Yeah, it's a
So
banger.
I'm like, I
And he-
love it. I'm like, this is perfect.
He's like, yeah, I'm
So-
not releasing it. We're like, why? He's like, I'm like, I'm not even gonna ask why. Fuck, it's our song now. So now he says like, yeah, I won't release it. It's yours. So
Oh man,
we don't own the song, but we have the rights to the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so funny. We didn't ask this earlier. Shockingly, who's an artist you would love to work with, dead or alive? I'm sorry. You should have gave me the signal. I thought you gave me a signal earlier. You went like this with your hand. I was like, is she trying to signal me
I
something?
should make a signal with my hand though. That'd be smart.
Dead or alive?
okay. Okay, I'm gonna just stick with alive, because dead, I mean, like freaking Aretha
Options.
Franklin and Michael Jackson.
Ooh, Aretha Franklin.
whatever.
We've never got that. Michael Jackson. We've got.
I also
obviously.
didn't expect any of this from you, giving like the country. But
I know
guess you-
Aretha Franklin. Like,
No, I know, but you have mentioned like your personal taste in music is also
Yeah.
more of a variety.
Yeah. But alive, I would go. My dream collaboration is well, it has to be the duo. It has to be Justin Timberlake with Timbaland.
oh, sick. Future
And then-
sex, love sounds kind of vibe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
But maybe go like circa 2015, 2010.
yeah.
I feel
Oh
like
my gosh.
JT's, and I love JT. I feel like he's just fallen off a little bit.
No, he isn't. He's perfect.
Yeah.
And I still love him too.
I
but-
saw him in concert last year and just blew my mind.
Here.
Yeah.
I
He was
went to
here.
and I didn't. I don't want to talk shit because I love him. That was my least favorite JT performance I've ever seen, and I've seen him.
Well, he did
8
a
or
couple
9
nights,
times.
so maybe my night was better.
You know what? I agree.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna say.
He should.
Maybe that's what I say.
He does
But-
no wrong.
Yeah.
And Eric Church too. I'd have to throw him in the
Eric
ring.
Church is a legend.
Yeah.
He's solid.
Yeah.
If you're playing a headlining show in Toronto, where would you want to play?
Ooh. Massey Hall.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I haven't been to Massey Hall in ages other than when we went for Mumford. I loved it.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Why? What would you do?
Toronto Bud Stage for sure. Bud Stage, summer night.
Oh, well,
Come
sorry.
on.
Yes, sorry.
Like,
I was thinking.
Sky Dome open, like Morgan Wallen vibes was
Okay.
fucking sick.
Okay, sorry.
Like,
My mind wasn't even
Scotiabank
going
Arena I
there.
could pass on, like whatever. That's like any cookie cutter arena, so like that I could pass on. But like fucking Rogers Center or whatever. Rogers Center.
I
now,
can't,
so.
I have a bone to pick. I do not think our arenas and stadiums and whatever are bad. I just went to Montreal. Bell Center is ugly compared to Scotiabank.
But you're comparing it to Montreal, respectfully.
Okay, I know, but still, I just went somewhere else too, and it was like,
I was in LA at SoFi Stadium.
okay, that's cool.
That
It's a
was
football stadium though.
okay. Intuit Dome, where the Clippers play, is the most remarkable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. You don't pull out your wallet, so you have an app. You scan your face, and it scans your face. You scan your ID card. You put everything in. You walk into the arena. They facial recognition your face to get your ticket. You walk up to the counter. You grab your beer. You walk out, and it charges your credit card on file. It's unlike anything I've ever seen in my entire life. And this was like 6 months ago. I went.
Sorry, we got off.
Yeah.
Damn.
I had one more question though. Okay, so fuck. Before we wrap up, if there's a movie about your life, who would you want to star as you? It could be anybody dead or alive.
Oh, I get. Now they're older than me though, but I
You
get
can say a young version of them. It's fine.
the people that I get most that I'm like, they're like, has anyone ever told you look like is Jessica Chastain and Bryce Dallas Howard.
I don't know either of them.
Yes, you know who Jessica Chastain is.
You would know them. You would know them to see them.
Okay.
But
Any hints like how I would know them? I can Google it after.
Jessica Chastain. She was in I don't know.
Interstellar?
Interstellar.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and oh my god, that's a great answer. That is a great answer.
And Bryce Dallas Howard.
I know
was
exactly who you're talking
in
about.
Jurassic
Here,
Park.
you gotta like superimpose it right here. Yeah, I know exactly who. No, as soon as you said Interstellar, I was like, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Say, like, you know the girl from Suits,
Oh yeah.
Donna.
Basically,
Her real name is,
basically anyone who's a redhead, I get.
My sister's a redhead.
Yeah.
Like literally, like very similar to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's
love
got
it.
curly
Who does
hair,
she
no?
get then? Who's? I'm sure she gets some.
She doesn't really get much.
Doppelgangers. Yeah.
I don't think she's ever. Huh. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never. You're Kelly Clarkson or Reese Witherspoon. That's
Oh. Yep, I could see
easy.
it.
Reese Witherspoon or Kelly Clarkson had a baby. Boom, Danielle.
Also, two very good-looking people.
Yeah,
So
good people.
good
Not
for
the
you.
First time I've heard that.
Well, Kelsey, we appreciate you coming on. This was fun. This
Thanks
was a blast.
For
Thanks for
having
being a
me.
pal.
You guys are awesome.
If people want to find out more about you, your music, where can they go? How can they find you?
I am on all the things, and it's all at KelsiMayne.com or at Kelsi Mayne or whatever. But the tricky thing is my mom's Italian, so she thought that by spelling Kelsi with an I is like the Italian way, kind of like spaghetti. Just end it with an I.
I kind of like that, though. It's different. And I figured you were Italian because you said nonna earlier.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was going to ask, but I'm like, there's not many redheaded Italians.
Yeah.
Like,
The
My
northern
nonna was
ones.
Italian.
Yeah, the
Northern.
northern
I said
ones.
not many.
Oh.
Like, I know 3
Sorry.
out of
I
the
just actually know
hundreds of
everyone always
Italians
says
I
that,
know.
but then like my Italian side of the family is all blonde, like very blonde, and then my nonna was redhead.
So out of all the Italians you know, Danielle, how many redheads do you know?
My family, and that's all that matters because
Huh,
everyone always says that.
What, 5?
Okay, but it's because it's not from the south, and you're just surrounded by south, and that's
It's a thing.
fine.
Yeah. And then also my mom's no was he was also a redhead too. So like, and it's got to be on both sides too, because it's recessive genes. So.
Really?
Yeah. My dad's Irish and Scottish, so that's a given. But my mom's Italian. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a blonde. My middle sister's brunette, and my youngest sister's a
It's
redhead.
adopted.
No.
What? What?
It's not.
I'm kidding, Bubba.
My grandfather was redhead, but my dad's technically adopted, even though my nonna was redhead.
Right.
But we all thought, I didn't find out my dad was adopted till I was 21. So my younger sister were like, oh, it's because of nonna and grandpa. that she was redhead. But then we found out. So we actually don't know what my dad, because he must have had some sort of.
It's got to be on both sides.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know that.
Me neither. We learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
So it's my channels are just at Kelsi with an I and then Mayne Mayne.
Perfect. Well, we'll make sure we put it around here, or Gio will put it around there somewhere. But we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. And guys, if you made it to the end of this, we appreciate you. Give Kelsi a follow, give Danielle a follow, give myself a follow. Share this with some friends, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Peace.